First, stage your position and how long you've worked.
Okay. I'm assistant features editor at the Lexington Herald Leader. I'm pretty much in charge of arts and entertainment coverage, and I'm also the editor of our website, which is lexgo.com.
Okay. When you were interviewed for this position, how was it structured? One-on-one, panel, group of people?
The way they structure interviews here, pretty much, it's one-on-one interviews for the most part, but you'll interview with the staff of people that you might be working with, and they're generally, like, for most positions, are all day. It's an all day interviewing process and test taking, so that you would come in and maybe interview with the person who is going to be your supervisor. Then you might do that for half hour. Then you might meet with the group of people that you'll be working with, and then you talk to the editor, and then you talk to other editors that you'd be on the same level with, and then you might go out to dinner with somebody else. And for some positions, especially the higher level, the interview process will last into a second day.
Okay. What are some of your experiences working for the newspaper? Like, I guess we could go on a daily basis. Like, what does that entail?
My day is structured. I'm in charge of 2 sections of the newspaper. It's Weekender on Friday and Arts and Life on Sunday, which most of those are arts and entertainment sections. And depending on the day of the week and what part of the production cycle those sections are in, my day will be a little bit different. I come in about 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and I check my email and get all up to date on voicemail messages and see if any readers have called and complained about something we did the day before, and then I look at any stories that are waiting for me to be edited that reporters have turned in, and edit those. And that editing process, we didn't talk about this very much before, but the way it works is I'm an assigning editor, meaning I have a staff of reporters who work for me, and we talk about stories regularly, and sometimes they have an idea and say, I want to write this story, but sometimes I'll have an idea and say, I would like you to do this story. And so after their story has been completed, during the process of writing, we'll talk pretty regularly about, how's it going, whatever. But then once it's completed and they're ready to turn it in, they send it to me, and I look at it and read it and see if there are any holes or things that need to be changed, or I don't think this is relevant, just answering sort of big picture questions. Then I'll undoubtedly send it back to the reporter for them to work on a little bit more, and then they'll send it back to me. And then once I'm finished with it, I send it on to the copy desk, and the copy editors are the ones who write headlines, photo captions, edit for grammar and style and punctuation, and sort of more detail work.
Okay. Let's see. Where would be a good place to start if I wanting to get into this field of journalism, reporting?
Okay.
Just real quick.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't lock up again.
I actually have a very non-traditional route to what my job was. I actually started out answering the telephone in the newsroom. We have positions that are called news assistants, and I answered the telephone for the newsroom. I compiled briefs. I did more like support work, compiled lists. I wrote obituaries on the weekends, that sort of thing. And gradually, after a little bit of time, I thought I might want to try out being a copy editor. So I did that for 5 years, and then at the end of that, I got promoted to assistant features editor because I had been working on the features copy desk for the 2 years before that. But so that's one route to getting a job in the newspaper. It's probably not the most preferred route because you have to spend a lot of time in the trenches, doing stuff that you might necessarily not want to do. But The more traditional route is to have a degree in journalism or a related field, do internships while you're in college.